Hey everyone, my name is Chelsea. Welcome to Little Mountain Ranch. Welcome to my kitchen. I am very happy to have you here with me today for another Costco haul. We usually go to Costco every 3 to 6 months, depending on what we need to stock up in our pantry. But in our next video, Dan and I are going to share with you what we learned from the pantry challenge, what changes we're going to make in the way that we grocery shop moving forward. And also we did take an inventory around the beginning of the pantry challenge. And we are going to take a post-pantry challenge inventory and see how much of each thing that we actually used. And this is the information that we were most interested in learning, so we'll share that with you in the next video. But in this one, we're gonna focus on the actual Costco haul itself, so let's get right into it. We do have some groceries in here, so the pasta here and a couple of other small things that we got at the Wholesale Club, which is a wholesale distributor here in British Columbia. So we stopped by there on the way home and got a few things, but I'll show you which things we got from there. And the rest of it was all from Costco. This olive oil was $18.99, which was less expensive than last time we went, which is always nice. Olives for pizza, $13. Do you guys like black olives? I cannot stand black olives. Even if they're on something and I pull them off, the flavor of the juice on them just is not my thing. I do like green olives, but not black olives. We have our sweet potato crackers here, $11.50. I actually think the prices in general are a little lower than the last time that we went. So these batteries were a freebie that came with our Wholesale Club order. If you spend, I think it's $250, something like that, you usually get a freebie there. So that's what the batteries were. And Dan wears contacts. So these are $20 each for double pack. These are my personal favorite crackers from Costco. These are the pita bites and they have really nice herb seasoning on them. And they were $8.99 a box and we got 2 boxes of those. We have sour cream down here at $17.99. So this was also from the Wholesale Club, along with the mayonnaise up here, which is $27.50. So the story with the mayonnaise. One of the things that I have decided to do moving forward is to make our own homemade mayonnaise along with our salad dressings, because I did the salad dressings, not the mayonnaise, but I did the salad dressings during the pantry challenge and they're so much better than store-bought and they don't have all the junk in them. I find salad dressings are one condiment that just has so much extra unnecessary stuff in it. So that's one thing that I want to do. I did buy some avocado oil. These ones were $17.50 each and I got 2 of them for making homemade mayonnaise with. Using olive oil, I have used olive oil before to make homemade mayonnaise and the flavor is just really strong, and this is just a more mild oil. But Dan really loves Mayo and he does not want to run out. So if for some reason I don't have a fresh batch made or he doesn't have time to whip some up or anything like that, he did want to have a backup. So we got 2 of the mayonnaise, and those ones, if I didn't say this, were also from the Wholesale Club. This is my favorite organic baking cocoa, $10 a bag, got 2 of those. The nuts were actually a really good price at Costco. So $13 for almonds. Almonds have been crazy expensive over the last couple of years, but this was a pretty good price for them. So we got a couple of bags of those. Macadamia nuts are insanely expensive, so these are a treat. These are Dan's very favorite nuts, $25 for that little bag. Some chow mein noodles, these were also from the Wholesale Club and they were $2.99 a bag. Cranberries, $14, 2 bags of those. Some salted mixed nuts, $17. My favorite for baking are pecans. And I know some people say pecan, but I say pecan. They were $15. Cashews at $14, which is a really good price. Pistachios, $20. Oh my goodness. My husband snuck that one in there, I think. And 1 more bag of almonds. So these ones are snacking ones, so they're the dry roasted with sea salt. And then these ones down here are ones I'll use in recipes. 2 bags of organic dried mango, $25 a bag, but there are a ton of mango in here and this lasts for quite a long time, and they have no sugar added or anything like that. $17 for Money's mushrooms. I throw these in chili, all kinds of things actually, and I'm not a huge fan of mushrooms, but again, my family loves them. So we did get 2 cases of those, along with 2 cases of organic coconut milk. I do like making curries, so we have 2 of those. I used this in the curry squash soup that I made the other day. Absolutely delicious. Some smoked paprika for $8.99. Some kombucha here. So I'm actually going to be starting a kombucha again. It's been a while since I've made kombucha and I don't currently have a SCOBY. So I'm going to be using some plain store-bought kombucha, and it's an organic one, to start my own SCOBY. So I will be sharing that in a future video, probably midweek, where I show you how I do that. And so we just bought some plain stuff. You can do it with the flavored stuff to start, but I recommend using plain kombucha for that. We have 2 different kinds of peanut butter here. This one is one that I really like, and Dan really likes the Adams. So we got some of each. More Ziploc bags, of course, and I don't have a price on these. They weren't a great deal. They were just kind of the average price anyway. And then we have a whole bunch of clothes here, but we'll go through these at the end. Some toilet paper that we picked up for a friend of ours, and we also got some diapers here. These are for our grandson. $47, which is a great price for 168 diapers. I'll do all the non-food stuff at once. These I was so happy to find. So these caramel pretzel clusters, I've tried a couple of different brands over the years, and the last bag, and I think they might have actually been the same brand that I bought over a year ago, I just wasn't crazy about, but I decided to give them another go, and oh my goodness, these are so stinking good. $11.50, and these don't have nuts in them, so for people with nut allergies, these ones are ones that don't have the nuts, and they are absolutely scrumptious. $12.50 for sesame snaps, $4.98 for K-Pasa chips. We got 4 bags of those, some crackers, and $12 and $12 for both of these boxes. We got a whole bunch of these. These were also from the wholesale club, $1.50 each. I use these to make stir fries. A whole bunch of cheese, as we always do. I just run them through my food processor, grate them up, and then freeze them. So the mozzarella is for pizza, and then the cheddar down here is for whatever we're gonna use cheddar for. They were both around $15 each a block, which is a really awesome price. Got a couple of ketchups at $11.39. This is just one of those things that making from scratch, I don't like doing. It's super time consuming. So it was $15 for these kombuchas. Bunch more of the stir fry noodles, and then a couple of cases of organic tomato paste, and these were $16.50 for a case of these. 2 chili powders at $6.49. $17 for vanilla. Got 2 of those. Oh, there's the plain kombucha that I was talking about. This is the one that I'm going to use to start my own SCOBY. Bunch of dish soap. These ones were, I think, $1.99 each, or somewhere in that price range. We also got these at the wholesale club. And I bought 2 plants because I just thought they were really pretty. And I want a plant for over here and a plant for up here. I have a couple of plants over here, but I love the way the green looks with this furniture, so I wanted a couple more, and these were $15 each. It was super cold and windy when we came out of Costco, and I had both of these plants sitting on the very front of my cart, and an elderly gentleman walked past and he said, "You're gonna wanna cover those up, they're gonna freeze." And I said, "Oh, my vehicle's right there," which was literally just less than 30 seconds away from the door. And he said, "I would cover them up anyway," but I just booked it over to the vehicle and put them in the vehicle and got the heat turned on right away. This one, which is a lot thicker of a leaf, was totally fine. But he was right, because I ended up with a couple of leaves. I don't know if you can see that down here. That in that very short period of time, like less than a minute, actually ended up getting damaged from the cold wind. Isn't that crazy? So fortunately, most of the plant is just fine. So I'm just gonna snip these ones off, but it was probably only -15, but with the wind much, much colder, and it just froze it in a matter of seconds. We bought some tissue. This one was $13.58. and a whole bunch of butter as we always buy. These were $4.95 each, which is almost $1 cheaper than they were last time, which was fantastic. So we got a whole case of those. Bought some more honey. I have a ton of honey to process down in the shop, but I'm gonna have to wait till it gets a little bit warmer to do that. So we did buy honey. These were $20 each. Some garbage bags. So we got some rotini, penne, and elbow macaroni. And again, these ones were all from the wholesale club along with the garbage bags too. So now we'll go on to the non-food related stuff. Some deodorant, $17 for 5. So that's a really good price. One of my sons needed a new rug for his room. So we got this, and this is for the boot room downstairs. This is a power cord. This is actually for down in Dan's shop, and it was only 20 bucks. So hopefully it lasts. So we have all of the freezer stuff here, which I just kept outside on the freezer and brought it in to show you. We got a ton of yummy freezer stuff. So these sweet potato fries, crispy sweet potato fries, we tried, I think, 3 shops ago, and we absolutely love them, and everyone enjoys them. So we bought 4 bags of those, and all of these were kind of between the $12 and $20 range per bag. We got 3 bags of organic corn, 3 bags of berry blend, which is my personal favorite, some blueberries, peas, mixed veggies, cherries. So most of this stuff we use in smoothies. And then this one got ripped when it was brought in here. I showed this one on my last Costco haul. This is a stir fry mix, and one of these bags works for 2 large stir fries for our family. So I bought 2 bags of those because they're really good, super easy for nights I don't want to cook. Well, hello, little Missy. What are you doing? This is Alex. We got a berry cherry blend. This is one I haven't tried yet. I usually just get this one, but this was an organic one, so I thought I would give it a try. A couple bags of tortillas. These sausage rolls are actually for the same friend that the toilet paper is for. And then 3 things of cabbage rolls. They did a good job making these. So that's it for the freezer stuff. I find that Costco always has really nice quality clothing for a really good price. So I'll show you all those. Okie doke. So we have this sweater. One of my daughters has really blue eyes, and she looks really lovely in this color. And that was $17. And this little one here, so this was $16. It's a really cute little sweater. A couple of different pairs of track pants. This doesn't have the price on them, but they were around $15, and I got a couple of pairs of track pants. These, one of my boys loves these kind of cargo style Levi's, and they were $18 each. So I got a couple pairs of those for him, with a pair of track pants. This was so cute. This is for my youngest, who absolutely loves pink. Isn't that adorable? But I love the inside of the hoodie, really cute. $17. And this Roxy is a good brand, so these will hold up. And then I got another one for one of my older girls, who's definitely more of a blue girl, but I love that. I think that's really pretty. And then they had these, which were just a t-shirt and a long-sleeved t-shirt as well. These ones were $16 for both of those, and Puma is also a good brand that holds up. So I bought 2 sets of those in different colors. And then these are just some simple t-shirts for one of my older girls. These were, I want to say these were $13 or something like that. So nice price and pretty color. And this is for summer, so t-shirt, little tank top, and some shorts for my youngest pink lover. And this is another one of the Puma shirts. My boys were stoked about those. Just plain t-shirt. These were all, I think, around $10, the t-shirts. Yeah, that's right. I thought this was so cute. Little sparkles on it, and then it had cute little pants. I just thought was really adorable. It'll look very nice on my girl. Jeans, just kind of cute little simple jeans. So a couple pairs, different kind of pairs of jeans. These were around $18 for all the pairs of jeans, which is a very good price. And then I also got a couple of pairs of pajama bottoms for the boys, and these were around $15 or so as well. And then I got a few things for me for the kitchen. So just some dishcloths, and I thought these were a really pretty color to go with the pretty sage green. Doesn't that look nice? Of the kitchen cupboards. And then some really simple curtains for the downstairs family room. We just finished the renovations on our family room downstairs. We actually gutted it right down to the studs and rebuilt it. So these are going to go down there. And then I cut my kids' hair, and the clipper set that I have, I've been using for, I want to say 15 years now. Maybe not quite that long, maybe more like 10 years, and it has definitely seen better days. So this was $50, and what I like about it, it is battery and plug-in optional. So I hate trying to work around the cord when I'm clipping my kids' hair. So that's exciting. So I think that is about it. The total for all of this was $3,184. I'm actually really happy with that. We ended up buying, like I just showed you, a lot of non-food related stuff with this haul. So all of the clothing, the rugs, the curtains, all of that extra stuff as well. And that's total. So that's not just at Costco, that's also at the wholesale club. And I was thinking, because I know this is going to be a very short video, that I am going to whip up some homemade mayonnaise. I have not made mayonnaise in, I don't know, it's been a few years. Anyway, so I thought I would make a batch of mayonnaise with you and maybe mix up some seasonings for some salad dressings as well. So we'll do that. And I'm also going to just clip off these poor, sad frozen leaves off of here and get these put into the living room. I think they're gonna look so pretty. I love the variegation on these leaves. Isn't that beautiful? So it's funny to me because I have never been someone who is overly concerned with things looking pretty. But the older I get, the more that way I become. And I think it's more just because my kids are getting older now and I can keep spaces looking nice and tidy. Whereas when I had a whole bunch of young ones, as you know, for those of you that are at that, in that phase of life, there's just usually mess everywhere and you can't have pretty things out. All of my pretty things have been locked away for a long time out of fear that they would be broken. And I am just really enjoying at this point, just kind of making things look beautiful. It's fun. And it's very unlike me. My husband is kind of surprised all the time when I'm saying I want to buy something because I think it would make a space look pretty. He thinks it's funny. I was wanting a plant to go up there, but I think what I'm going to do is move this little one up here. My daughter-in-law started this one for me. And because this one will vine and then it'll come down the sides of my shelf over there. So I think I'll put this one up there. And these ones also don't need perfect light. They can handle a darker spot like up there. So I'm gonna put this one up there. Yeah, I like that. I'm just gonna have to make sure that I take it down when I water it because the shelf does have a light and electrical stuff up there. So I'll have to be careful with that. But we'll put this one up here. I'm not sure if that's the right spot for that. I kind of feel like it isn't. I do a lot of work on this table here because this is fantastic. It pulls up so that I can work without hurting my back. And I love that, but I'm not sure about having the plant on there. I think I might trade out these two. Nope. Oh, you know where I could put this though? Actually, let's trade these ones back around. I know where I'm going to put this now. Let's put that right there. I do like having the green there and I like having the 3 plants like that, but I might just need to get a different color pot for it just because the white kind of disappears with the already white fireplace. Some of you that are good at interior design are probably like, oh, just need to go put it over here. I do feel like I need a plant up there though. I think that's better. It'll work for now. Making mayonnaise could not be easier. You could use a blender. I find a blender a little bit easier because when you are putting the oil in, you need to put it in fairly slowly. And I find using the immersion blender and drizzling the oil at the same time a little bit more challenging. Totally can be done, but I like using my blender. I haven't actually made mayonnaise in a very long time, but it's so easy. It's one of those things that once you know how to do it, you're never going to forget. So we're going to use 2 eggs. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. You can use fresh lemon juice, that's better, but I don't have any, so I'm going to be using this. Teaspoon of salt. I like to add a little bit of mustard powder to mine as well. We're just going to be using the egg yolks. So we need to separate out our yolks. Whoa! A little bit more gracefully than that, hopefully for you. Our yolks from our whites. And that's gonna go right into our blender here. You can double this recipe as well, but because it is raw egg, it'll only last for a couple of days in the fridge, so making a smaller batch is better. I am actually going to be using this to make some ranch dressing, which I'll show you how I'm gonna do that in a minute, but my ranch dressing recipe calls for mayonnaise, so I'm gonna make a little bit of mayonnaise. The whites here are going to go to my pigs. So we have our oil on the ready. I like using something with a spout so it's easy to drizzle into my blender. We're gonna add our 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, our 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a little bit of mustard powder. So then we're gonna turn our blender on and mix these together. I'm just gonna turn it on low, and then I'm going to drizzle very slowly the oil in until it's all incorporated. And there we go. Beautiful, gorgeous yellow mayonnaise. Isn't that beautiful? That could not be easier, could it? So we have around a cup and a little bit more of mayonnaise here, and I only need 1/2 cup for this recipe. I'll just put it in the mayonnaise that I made yesterday into this jar. So I have some mayonnaise already made here, so I'm just gonna add that into this. And I'm going to make egg salad sandwiches for lunch today, so I'll be able to use up most of this mayonnaise here. I'll pop this right back into the fridge. And now we're going to make some ranch dressing. So into this, we are going to add 1/2 cup of sour cream and 1/2 cup of milk. Going to add around a teaspoon of chives, or a little bit more. These are freeze-dried chives. So I am going to want to let this sit for around an hour or so, just to let those rehydrate a little bit so they're not so crunchy. We're going to add some freeze-dried parsley to this as well. A little bit of garlic powder. So how much of these seasonings you add will totally depend on what you like, but these are kind of the base ingredients for ranch dressing. So you're gonna add a little bit of onion powder as well, a little splash of lemon juice, a pinch of salt, some pepper, and of course some dill. And I'm gonna add a good teaspoon of dill because I really like dill. And we're gonna give this a quick blend. It smells really, really good. So now we're just going to put this into a jar and into the fridge. And again, the same thing as with the mayonnaise, because I'm using the mayonnaise with the raw egg. This will need to be used up in a few days, but I am eating copious amounts of salad. So if I didn't mention this, for those that are new, we took part in a pantry challenge over the last couple months and didn't go to the grocery store. So we didn't have fresh greens for most of the month of January and then all of the month of February. So I may be overdoing the amount of salads that I am planning on eating in the next week. Okay guys, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye. Bye.